너면 비어있는 내게 내게 아무것도 안 보여.
So hey cuties, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do beginner friendly Korean makeup. So let's get started. So as always, I'm using moisturizer before doing any makeup. For this makeup, I'm gonna use two moisturizer because we want glowing and dewy skin like Korean. I spreading moisturizer all over my face like this. I always using moisturizer for skin prep and for my base, then let it absorb. And for the second moisturizer, I'm using fruit cream. You can also use any. And yeah, two moisturizer is optional. You can also go with one moisturizer. So I'm done with the moisturizer. Let it absorb in your skin. Now I'm using primer. For primer, I'm using this much quantity and using it like this. First I'm using primer on my forehead, cheeks and inner corner of my nose. Like this. And also on my chin area. And don't take more, just use whatever you left on your hand. We use primer because primer makes smooth base. Like this. Look how smooth it is. Now I'm using foundation. I will take product on my hand. I'm just using this much quantity, not too much. Now I'm using foundation brush for layering. And girls, this is optional. If you don't want to do this, then don't. And after the personal experience, after using this brush, I'm not gonna suggest you for this. Now I am taking more foundation on my hand and dab it slowly on my face with fingers. Now I applied foundation where it has not been applied. And yeah, don't forget this area. After this, blend it properly. I start blending from my eyes. I always take time for blending because blending is the key to get proper dewy makeup. I once blended so much that my foundation disappeared. So I just want to tell you not to do what I did. So finally I am done with the blending. Now I am using concealer. I am not using too much and I just using only in the area that I want to brighten up. Because we are doing Korean makeup. So Korean girls have small face. That's why I just conceal this area to make my face small. Take a close-up where I do use concealer. Now let's blend the concealer. I know I look crazy while blending. Just blend in the area where you use concealer. Now take a close-up. Now I am using loose powder. And I using loose powder only in the area where I use concealer. And don't skip a setting powder because it can cause greasy, make it cake. So the base is ready. So let's move on to eye makeup. And I always using base shade first. And do use it like this. Also apply the eyeshadow under your eyes like I do. And I do the same on my another eyes. Let's move on to the next color of the eyeshadow. Now I'm using this pinkish eyeshadow and using it like this. Also apply the eyeshadow under your eyes. Use it in a round portion like this. So I'm done with the eyeshadow. So now let's move on to aegosol. Now I'm using this lighter brown shade. And I'm squinting my eyes like this to find the line of my aegosol. And take it upwards like this, rather making a straight line. Now I'm using white kajal here. And draw a straight curvy line. Now I am using a base shade on it. Now I am using this flat brush and I'm using it here in the corner of my waterline. So yeah, this is done. Let's apply highlighter under your eyesore and draw a straight line like this. And I'm using two highlighters under my eyesore. First one is white and second one is pink, and you can use one. Now I'm using this pinkish highlighter and apply it here. I'm using loose powder again. Since we have used it before, you can skip the part of this. Also, I'm using highlighter again over my eyelid. For contour, I'm going to start it from the top of my nose and take it downwards slowly. And I just blended it with my fingers. So I'm done with the contouring. Now I'm using the same pink shade for blush. I'll do the placement at the center of my face. Now I'm using setting powder over here. Now let's move on to eyeliner and do it like this. And yeah, I mess it here and blaming my sister. Now I need to make my eyeliner thin. Now make a lighter line here and mix it with the fingers. Apply highlighter in inner corner of your eyes. I'm also applying highlighter on my cheeks, also on my nose bridge and nose tip. I'm set my eyebrows. Now I'm using concealer on my lips to hide the real color of my lips, and I used lipstick like this. Now I'm applying lip gloss. Let's make some fake moles. And yes guys, I forget to apply mascara, but you guys don't forget to apply mascara like I did. Now the makeup is done.
너도면 비어있는 내게 내게 아무것도 안 보여 널 매일 똑같은 얘기 나에게 시간 없어 너는 전화기만 붙잡고 나는 무시당해 내가 말하면 다 고마해 질문했는데 대답은 없어 그냥 고마